When the school started, it was a little bit of a ragtag group. And so this church, which was an old church that the LDS church didn't want anymore, so it was purchased, and many of the classrooms were very small. So we had to knock down walls between, several walls down in the lower level so that we had classrooms big enough. So we spent much of that summer knocking down walls and cleaning things up and painting and getting it ready. They built a woodworking shop in the old kitchen, and they brought in a lathe and they taught us how to use a lathe. That was incredible. Dangerous, as I think back on it, I can't believe we were using a lathe. People were, scrimping and saving, and a lot of people were, helping out, cleaning, doing various things, bringing in milk. I remember it was a big deal when we actually somebody started bringing milk and chocolate milk and orange juice at lunch. We thought we'd arrived when we had when we had boxed milk to go along with our lunches that we all brought from home. I remember, hearing my parents talk about how many students are we going to have and how are we going to make this work, and it was not easy. We struggled. It was a struggling kind of poor school for many years. And no, I could not have imagined that it would be what it has become. And I live in Texas, and I hear about it sometimes even down there. I hear people talk about American heritage, and I go, wow, we've come a long way.
In 5th grade, I had Mrs. Cornell, who we called affectionately Mrs. Columbus, because I think we spent a whole term, but it probably was more like 3 or 4 weeks on Columbus. I remember wondering, why are they doing this in this old, worn-out school? And why is Mrs. Cornell or Mrs. Keith or Miss Acey so committed to this? And you could just tell that they loved the students, that they were making such a sacrifice to be there for us. I mean, it was really, I felt that love. I was on the website and I read the words to Children of Liberty. I'd forgotten it. And I realized I had not forgotten it. I listened to the kids sing it, and I'm like, that's what this is all about.
Inside, I'd always thought it'd be so fun to do something like Miss Acey had. It'd be so wonderful to be able to share gift of music and what you feel when you sing with others. But I tucked that dream kind of away. Like, I don't know that that's going to happen in my life. But finally, when we moved here, I had a friend that I was sharing that dream with, and she said, Emily, you should just do it. There's not a choir here. We don't really have, in the schools, there's not really a program for that. So you should just do a choir and see if we could get people interested. And so we started really small, and it was 8 years ago, and just through the years it got bigger, and then the last 4 years we've been here in my basement in a choir room, and that's been wonderful to have. I called the choirs when we named it Deo Gloria, and that comes from music history where Bach and Handel would write sometimes at the top and at the bottom of their pieces, their compositions, Deo Gloria or Jesu Juvi, which is to the glory of God or to Christ, or to the glory of God alone. And I wanted the choirs to be a symbol of not just music, but music that inspires, that where they could actually feel the Spirit and be able to share that with others. And that's been our mission. We haven't always done just religious songs because there's a lot of fun music as well, but inspiring music that can bring them to feel that. And that's what you see when they sing, and you see that light in their eyes when they feel that. It makes it worth it. Definitely, yeah, those concerts. I just remember thinking, this is magical, because we would be able to sing, and it was so powerful, the emotion that you'd feel. Sorry. The seed of love for my country, as we sing the patriotic "A Mighty Fortress Is Our God," or the patriotic program numbers, where we'd be singing Battle Hymn, or Miss Stacy with those Christmas concerts or the spring concerts, where you'd feel so strongly and recognize the power that music can be, as it can bring the Spirit and be such a tool to lift and to bless others.